Good morning. Well, we thought we'd nip out and just get another one of these 5-minute Friday single shots. So we've come back up to sort of the area of Big Pit. Swing you around it, right? The area of Big Pit, and we're going to head into a place called Coity Pond. Coity Pond is a bit of a bad description for it, to be honest. If you go back to the mid-1800s, it was a pond. Coity Pond was actually a pond then, and it was the run-up from the mountain up behind it, which is Cefn Coch. But now, it's in theory, is a reservoir. In the sort of mid-1800s, when Forge side, which is just the other side of Big Pit here, had an ironworks, it was the sort of cooling reservoir for the ironworks there, and a blast furnace. So, even though it's still called Coity Pond, and it's on all the maps as Coity Pond, it is actually a reservoir, not a pond. So we're going to nip up there and see if we can get our one shot in. It's a very long, narrow pond as it runs across the mountainside. So, I've also heard it called, by my dad I must add, who used to live up here, Mile Pond, but I've never seen that called anywhere else since. But he said that was a local's name for it at one time. Anyway, we'll head on up there and see what we can do. Okay, so here we are, Coity Pond. The camera's over there. I can't get any closer with this because I'll be in these spiky bushes. But basically, behind me is the composition. What I'm looking at here is, I'm breaking all the third rules here completely and utterly if you ever stick to those. So what I'm using is the center line of the pond on the center line of my image. I'm using that mountain there running down. So the vanishing point of the pond way in the distance, and that mountain seemed to converge way up there. And then I've got a little bit of a foreground interest, more by accident than anything. There's a little bush down here. It's smack bang in the center of the composition as well. I'm actually going to take two shots. I'm going to do one with the polarizer and one without the polarizer. A minute ago, there were some lovely shadows in the pond from the clouds. Lovely reflections, not shadows. But now the wind has picked up slightly and it's a bit of a ripple, so it might not be worth doing that. I might use the polarizer as opposed to looking for the reflections, but we'll take the shot and see. So we'll move over here. We've got 10mm, and I'm at just turn it back on. I've got an ISO of 80 with a f18, and my shutter speed is about 1/4 of a second. The sky is pretty bright. In fact, the sky is really bright, even though it's overcast. So I'm going to try a single shot, but I suspect I'll end up doing a bracketed shot because I want to use the polarizer. I don't really want to use filters, and also with the mountain coming down at an angle, it would be difficult to use the filters anyway because my horizon's there and then goes up at a 30-degree angle. It would be a bit of a pointless exercise. So anyway, we'll take the shot and we'll see what we get. Right, okay, spot the deliberate mistakes. One or two there, that's for sure. Different t-shirt. Different environment. Certainly not Coity Pond, is it? In fact, we're about 4,000 miles from Coity Pond. When I finally got back to the car, got back to the cottage on my laptop, I realised that the closing scene hadn't recorded. I'd taken a photograph instead with the pocket thing, not a video. So anyway, there we go. That's the last one in the UK done. As I've just said, we're back in Abu Dhabi now. So we're back to the desert stuff now. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'm going to try and drag my sorry ass out of bed tomorrow morning. I'm going to do a sunrise in the desert if I can. Although it is Thursday night and that doesn't normally happen on a Friday morning then. Anyway, catch you soon. See you on the next one.